Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of Elevate Podcast. I'm here with a special guest, as I always am, Coach Jean Carrillo.
Correct.
I want to give you a little introduction. That's okay. So you are a story of resilience, strength, and overcoming challenges. You were born 2 months early. Your mom was told by doctors you weren't going to make it. You did. Your parents divorced at an early age. You were expelled from high school, dropped out technically at the age of 16. Basically raised by a single mom. Your grandfather was in the picture, but very abusive. Eventually that ended, thankfully. You joined the French Special Forces as a close combat instructor, became a French champion in 1987, Muay Thai champion?
Taekwondo and kickboxing.
Taekwondo and kickboxing. A European champion in 89, kickboxing and Taekwondo, kickboxing. Opened your first gym in 89 and brought your dojo to America. Is it called dojo? What do we call is it gym?
It's a gym.
It's a gym. Muay Thai gym.
Muay Thai gym, yeah.
Okay. I always got confused there. Brought your Muay Thai gym to America in 1996. Became obsessed with self-development, coaching, mentoring, and today you own CMT, the most badass Muay Thai gym anywhere.
Thank you.
Right? Did I miss anything?
No, you good?
Good. Awesome, man. Well, thank you for coming. You know, I feel like everybody expects me to interview real estate agents. And so I'm thinking outside the box here to bring people that are doing amazing things so that when the listeners hear your story, they can elevate their life. That's why I call this podcast Elevate, because I know that you do a lot of self-development and I know that you have so much wisdom to transfer. So can I tell the viewers how I met you?
Yeah, of course.
I don't even know if you know this story. So I have another business that I'm running. One of my business partners' name is Al, and Al has been fighting for like 6 years.
Okay.
And we went to Costa Rica to work on a deal that we were working on, and he was like, "Hey, bro, do you want to go do some Muay Thai?" And I was like, "Muay Thai, like, you know, I usually say yes to almost anything. I love it." So I was like, "Let's do it." And we went, and I was like, "Wow, this is amazing. This is fun." And then I started thinking, what if I could fight? So I got home and I started Googling Muay Thai gyms. And I went through like 4 or 5 different gyms. And I was like, I wasn't really going anywhere because I wanted to burn calories. I was going somewhere because I wanted to learn how to fight. But everywhere I was going was like, and punch. And, you know, I was like, this is boring. And I remember the first time I went to your gym, it was Wednesday. I turned right back around and left because I was like, oh, hell no, am I going into this? It was sparring night.
Okay, exactly.
I've never even like practiced anything, let alone I'm going to have to go fight people. So I got intimidated and left. Then the next day I came back on Thursday and I remember you partnered me up with Ryan, Ryan, the man bun.
Yeah.
And he just started kicking the shit out of me. And I was like, should I tell Ryan that I'm a beginner? Should I tell? And then that was when I realized I was in the right place because I go, this isn't somewhere you come to burn calories. This is somewhere you come to learn how to fight. And that was when I was like, he's the real deal. So that's how I met you. That's my story.
I didn't know you turned back on Wednesday.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. All right. So what got you into fighting? Like at what point why did you get into fighting? And then I want to know at what point were you like, oh, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life?
Okay. I start to fight because I grew up in a project. And the project, like in America, you have like in California, the minority will be like Hispanic. And in France, it's Arabic. And I grew up in a project and all my friends are Arabic. I was the only one was Caucasian. So they pick on me a lot. So I have 2 choices to me admitted by them, or I do soccer, because everybody's soccer in France, or I learn how to box. And I choose boxing. And I got so much anger because of my grandfather. I have opportunity to release this anger. And after every time they pick on me, I fight. And I love it. I love it. So it's a good feeling.
So you just got into boxing to let off some steam.
Correct.
You loved it. Would you say you were good at it?
No. I have to work hard. When people see me and say, wow, you're gifted, no, I have to work hard.
But was there truth to you're gifted? Like, do you feel like, ego aside, do you feel like you had what it took to?
I think yes. Yeah, I think that
obviously you did.
Fighting is something you don't create fighter. You take someone who's already fighting in his mind and you put him outside. Yeah. But fighting, it's a crazy game. You need to be a little bit crazy to do fighting because you fight a guy you don't even know. You're gonna beat him for no reason. So somewhere, somehow in the brain, there is something missing, you know?
Yeah. I
And-
remember somebody told me, one of your students said that my first or second time they're like, you know what they say, if you're going to do Muay Thai, you're crazy. And I was like,
True.
I guess I am a little crazy. Like,
It's true.
yeah.
It is true, yeah. So yes, but I have to work really hard. I was not gifted. I have to work really hard. But inside me, I got this anger against for my grandfather.
Yeah.
So everything he did to me is one thing, but sadly enough, I can thank him because I won't be there if this never happened to me.
Yeah.
So he's the one who actually helped me to develop this anger.
Yeah. Most of the time in life, the things that happen to us that in the time feel so devastating, and you look back and you go, wow, that was actually what I needed to push me into the right direction.
Oh, big time. That's what I told
So
the
it was a
people.
blessing and a curse.
Oh, big time. I told the people that I'm religious. Okay, this is who I am. If you read the Bible, without going to religion, if you read the Bible, they say that God create light, but before create light, it was in the dark. This means it's sometimes when you're in the dark, that's why you can create light.
Right.
But you're in the dark first. God was in the dark first before create light. So people went in the darkness. That's why I said to them, when you're in the darkness, don't think like it's dark. Think no, you have to walk and create light. Because like you say, it's in the darkness that you're going to create light.
Yeah. I mean, there's no light that exists if there's no darkness.
Correct.
It must be there for you to shine bright.
Exactly.
I love that. I didn't know you were a believer.
Oh, big time.
We never talked about it.
Big time.
Your whole life, or
Well,
is that something?
I grew up with that, and my mentor, Jim Rohn, is the one who pushed me to read the Bible. So, yes, I got multiple Bible in my house.
Yeah. You know, Tanya's my wife. She always tells me, she says, if you look at all these quotes that you hear all these different coaches and gurus saying, they can be traced back to the Bible.
Correct.
All of it.
Everything's out by there.
Yeah. So at what point did you go, hey, I'm going to dedicate my life to fighting? Like you were fighting, you were letting off steam, your grandfather pushed you in the right direction. What year was it in? What was that moment where you're like, I'm doing this for the rest of my life?
Because I noticed that when I was training, I help a lot of people. People ask me a lot of information. Can you help me? Can you help me? And at one point I was thinking like, maybe I'm made for that. And I tried to give much more, giving much more. And at one point, my student told me, hey, you should open a gym. I'm like, okay. I was thinking, but my coach, I cannot do that to my coach. But my coach the mistake he was making too, he was getting a little bit lazy. Because success was there for him, become lazy, and people start to complain. They come to start to see me. And basically I start to do his job. So at one point I had to think like, okay, you know what? I don't gonna help them. I'm not there about the money, it's about helping them. And I start to teach. That's why my whole goal was always helping people. I always do everything to help people.
When you got involved in fighting, was it as a hobby or was it like, I want to fight eventually?
No.
Like, I want to get in the ring and fight.
Exactly. So I fight because I got an opportunity to fight, but I was never a great fighter. I'm a great coach. I'm not a great fighter. I like to fight on the street, but on the ring I fight, but it's not my main. I was not obsessed by that. I was obsessed by coaching, teaching, training, sharing.
Making people better.
Big time.
But you became a champion.
Mm-hmm.
How can somebody that's not good at fighting become a champion?
Because in front of me, I don't have like the best one. I was fighting at 128, 58 kilo, which was tall for fighters. All my fighters were always smaller than me, so I keep them on the distance. I played the game, but I did not enter in the fight. I just stopped them. But I never went in the fight. So I was tall. For my weight category, I was tall. So I stopped them. They never come inside.
I love it.
That's what I did.
So you did what you had to do. You played chess. You did what
Correct.
you had to do to win and become a champion, and you were awesome. Like, I mean, but I get where you're coming from. Like, coaching was more of your passion and helping other people. That's amazing.
If you take an example, when you have a fight, Floyd Mayweather, Vince Manny Pacquiao, some people say Mayweather should not win. As a professional, I look at the fight and I say, no, he did exactly what he had to do. He owned the belt. He just had to defend the belt.
Right.
Manny Pacquiao, that I respect and I love it, did not fight enough to take the belt. So when you're at the top of the mountain, just have to defend what you got. You don't have to fight for.
Right.
Just defend it. Let the other people get tired, grab it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's so different than what I have in my head. I just feel like every fighter just wants to go in there and kill everybody, and just win. But sometimes it's like, it's strategic.
Correct.
Right? You don't have to, if you've already won the game in football, you don't put your starters out there. You put the bench out there because you don't have to risk them, right? So it's like, why do more than you need to? Mm-hmm. Just do what you need to win and get it.
Yeah, because in boxing you have 12 rounds. In Muay Thai you got 5 rounds. In football you got, I think, 3 times. In football,
4 quarters.
4 quarters. So it's 4 quarters.
Right.
It's not 1. So you have to plan this 4.
Right.
Don't plan 1 because there is 3 coming up.
Right. That's interesting. Do you remember your first fight?
Yes.
Can you tell us about it?
I beat by knockout first round with high kick. It
You
was really fast.
you knocked out
I
or
knocked out the guy with a
high kick?
Yeah.
What were some of the emotions you were feeling before going into your first fight?
When you fight, contrarily what people think, you in the zone, you don't see nothing. That's why when
Super present, right?
exactly, you there. That's why when I coach fighters and I can see in the corner, some coach yell to the guy what to do during this fighting. The guy don't hear you. He's in the zone. When he come back on the corner, he takes you, even if you had 1 minute rest or 2 minute rest, he takes you 15, 20 seconds to find peace. Then after, like, I talk to my fighters, no before. So when fighters go in the corner and the coach rush on them, talk to them, no, the guy don't hear you. Let him relax. Then after, inject information. So for me, when I fight, I did not pay attention to anything. I got a guy in front of me, and I always do something like I told my fighters, when you go in the ring, just think about the guy in front of you is in your gym and trying to humiliate you in front of everyone. Because some people will fight, they're going to lose the fight. But example, you take the same fighter that win, you bring this guy in the ring, in the gym, fight you will beat him. Because you have to show to everyone that this guy not going to beat you.
Right.
You know, so that's what I told my fighters is like when you fight someone, always think and see that you're in the gym. It's a sparring, hard sparring. The guy is in front of you. He want to humiliate you in front of everyone that you know. You're the oldest in here. Defend yourself. And now just change your way of thinking. But if you go in the ring thinking, I'm going to kill him, that's not the solution. Because now you're fighting the wrong rabbit, you know? You're looking the wrong rabbit.
That makes sense. I mean, again, there's so much strategy involved in the fight. It's not just like a street fight.
Oh, yeah, no, it's different.
What is that mental aspect, though? Like, before you go into the ring, are there nerves or, like, how
Yes.
nervous would you say you got?
You are nervous. A fighter told you I'm calm, I'm not nervous is a liar. You are nervous because you go in the ring facing a guy who's going to try to beat you.
Hurt you.
You have to be nervous. It is. So many people I hate when I hear that say like, well, I'm just relaxing, I don't care. No, it's not true. You're stressing. Somewhere, some people are going to love you stress as a release for the stress. Some people I like to be by myself. I put music, I like to be by myself. But everybody's different. But Mike Tyson before fight cry. Mike Tyson before fight cry.
Yeah, I mean, I think of the things that I've done that I was nervous leading up to, but I feel like once the bell rings, does that all go away? Do you just get zoned out? Like, does nervousness
I would
stick
say
around?
the first 15, 20, 30 seconds, you check. You're not there right away. You check.
All right.
Then after you get comfortable. But in the beginning, you check.
During the peak of your career, when you were all in on the fighting, what did your training camp look like? How intense was it?
So it's not like in America. In France, we don't do camp. We train twice a day and you go home. You do your cardio in the morning by yourself, no by the team. Because here, example, I found out this in California, in America, is when we have a fight team. In the mornings, they run together. They do everything together. I'm completely against that. Because when you fight, you're by yourself. So if you have the habits of the team around you, when you go to fight, you're by yourself. So you have to do the running by the team if you want. But the hardest running needs to be by yourself. Because on the ring, you're by yourself. So in France, you train twice a day and you go home. You rest, you eat, you run early in the morning, you do your abs, everything on the side, but it's only 2 sessions. But there is no camp. There is no camp.
Is there off season, on season?
All the time. You train all the time.
You train all the time?
All the time, because you never know when the fight is going to come.
So you're always ready then?
Always.
So
always
is that a big difference between like where you learned how to fight versus America? Is that an America?
Oh yeah, big time.
So there's like off season for these fighters where they just like...
No, in France, you need to be ready all the time. Because you never know. It's simple. When opportunities show up, if you're not ready, it's over.
Yeah.
People wait. No, you need to be ready way before. Opportunity show up, you take it.
Yeah.
So you have to be ready all the time. You cannot be ready at the opportunity. It's too late. You need to get ready before.
I love that. That's kind of relates to how we sell homes. I tell people all the time, they're like, "Oh, Robert, I'm not ready to buy a home until next year." I said, "That's fine. Let's talk to the loan officer now. Let's figure out what the down payment's going to be now, and let's just plan ahead so that when the right home pops up, we've already done everything.
Exactly.
You're ready to strike while the iron's hot because, it sounds like in in the fighting world as well, it's like the opportunity is there for a glimpse. And if you have to think about it, sometimes it's gone.
It's too late.
Interesting.
It's too late, yeah.
So we talked about this a little bit already, right? You said you either have the fighting, you're a fighter or you're not, right? And so there's so much of a mental aspect to Muay Thai. Can you dive a little bit deeper into like how mental fighting actually is versus the physical component of it?
The mental is everything.
Well, if you had to put a percentage behind mental and physical.
Very good question. So it is. It's like fitness. People ask you, what is the percentage? Weight workout, nutrition, cardio, percentage? No. It's 100% workout, 100% nutrition, 100% cardio.
Yeah.
Fighting is the same. 100% mental, 100% training.
I was not expecting that answer.
You don't do half. You do or you don't. That's always been my philosophy. You do or you don't.
I actually love that because I always tell people weight loss is 80% food and 20% exercise. But the reality is it's 100% food and it's 100% exercise.
Let me tell you something. And I'm sure you're going to connect. Every married man will connect. What if your wife come home and tell you, baby, today 85% of the time I was loyal to you. 85% of the time I was loyal to you. What will you think? You are.
What are you doing for the other?
Exactly. 100% or nothing.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense. I think that's a great analogy. So you were personally mentored by Jim Rohn.
Correct.
For 5 years, right? How important has self-development been for you on your journey? Have you always been into it?
I always been to it. I did not know it was a science. I did not know it's something you study. I didn't know be rich, it's a study. I didn't know that. I think when you get rich by working, no, rich is a study. Success leave clue. If you study the clue, you got the success.
Yeah.
And Jim Rohn is the one actually put the word. I'm like, okay, I get it. He's the one who really opened my, everything I got right now is because of my wife and him. And my mom, of course. But without Jim Rohn, I won't be where I am right now, 100%.
Yeah. Who do you follow these days? Who are some of the people? I know you're still involved in self-development. You just had a presentation like last week.
Yes.
Right? So you're still in that world, right?
Correct. I just start now. I did my first seminar last week at the Hilton Hotel in Anaheim. So I'm going to be honest with you, Robert. And I speak for myself, when you connect with a person like Jim Rohn, I cannot listen to someone else. The more I listen to Jim Rohn, the more I learn. I know his speech by heart, his book by heart, and every time I listen to him, I hear something different. So until I don't hear anything, I'm going to stay with where I am right now.
Yeah.
It's like the Bible.
No, I mean, I get it. I mean, I feel like when Jim Rohn was a coach, coaching wasn't a thing.
No.
And now, I mean, coaches are everywhere.
Correct, yeah.
Everywhere. So it's like everyone's selling a coaching program or a seminar or something. It's just, I mean, I'm not saying that there's not a space for it, but it's significantly more saturated these days than it was when Jim Rohn was coaching.
Oh, big time. And the thing with Jim Rohn is that he started way from the bottom. If I bankruptcy, he was in big financial trouble. So I can identify myself to him. And what I don't like in personal development right now, because telling like everybody is a coach now, is that people do not struggle. They don't know life. You know, Jim Rohn told me, Jean, someone who's making $5 an hour, never going to teach you how to make 10. And all these people speak about success, finance, marriage, and everything. I've been married for 27 years. I think I can speak about marriage.
Yeah. You know a thing or two.
Some. And it's in California. 27 years in California, it's a record.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. The divorce rate here is like 75%.
Yeah.
It's like, it's ridiculous when you really dive deep into it.
Yeah. And if you really think about that, I don't know if it was in the question or not, but if you really look about that, when a couple divorce, what's happened is because they face a challenge. And instead of facing this challenge, moving forward, finding a solution, they separate. They choose what is easy.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't see stuff like that. Yeah, I got some high low, 100%. But I don't quit.
Yeah. I mean, it's not supposed to be easy to spend the majority of your time with one person for the rest of your life. Like, people get on each other's nerves.
Exactly, yeah.
But you just find ways. You just find ways to grow together, and every year we get a little bit smarter. You know, the grass grows where you water it, right?
So true.
So if you water the marriage, and I think a lot of people too, it's 50-50, but it's 100-100, right? 100. So I love that. Can you think back at an extremely challenging time in your life, whether it was personal or Muay Thai, that you went through and you made it through and you look back and you go, wow, that was huge. Like, can you think back at something and how you overcame it?
I got a few from school, from the law, because I was in trouble with the law. But what I'm the most proud of it, and I can remember this for the rest of my life, is when I moved in America in 96. I got my gym in France. And I moved in America and I left everything in France. I gave the key to my assistant, said, the gym is yours, and I left. I came here, I met, which was my future wife. And when I was with her, I did not know that she was not wealthy, she's not rich. I thought she was good looking, everything. I thought, wow, okay, she's
jackpot.
She's good, it's jackpot, I'm gonna be happy. Yeah, but the thing is that she was not rich, she was poor. So I moved from a gym with 250 students to America. I don't speak the language. I know nobody. The fridge is empty. When she got a Thanksgiving's gift from the company, instead of buying a turkey, we go to the grocery store. We do the grocery at the SWAT meet in Golden West College in Huntington Beach. And for a while, and it was hard. Because the SWAT meet in Huntington Beach, when you buy the sample, it's not good food. And it was hard. Then I find the first, it was a book from Jim Rohn, Season of Life. It was $1 for the book. I buy it, I was like, wow, interesting. The next week I go, groceries, same thing, the Golden West, and I found a tape, an old audio tape, Adventure and Achievement. And when I play the tape, his voice, boom, I click right away. I'm like, I need to meet this guy. Problem is that to the seminar, it was $5,000. I don't have the $5,000. Even one income.
It was $5,000 in what year?
1994. 2004.
2009. Okay, that's
2004.
$5,000.
And I did not have the money, so I put on the credit card, like all Americans do.
That's the American dream right there.
American dream right there. But it was the best investment I ever made in my life. So this is the one thing I share to my son. The story. I'm so proud about it. If I didn't took this risk. Because you have to take a risk in life. Yeah, I won't be where I am right now.
Yeah, I'm actually a big fan on self-development. I love to spend money or invest money in myself. I've done a 2-day course that cost $5,500 this year actually, and I have friends that reach out that are like, "Dude, you're crazy, man. How can you spend $5,500 on a 2-day course?" And I'm thinking to myself, well, number one, you spent $300,000 on your degree at college. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to take that $5,500 that I invested and turn it into $350,000 in the next 24 months because of what I learned from it. So it's like I'm accelerating my growth and my knowledge to that course. So it sounds like with you, like you found the book, you found the tape, it led you to a seminar. $5,000 later, you've made God knows how many millions of dollars and made amazing decisions because of it.
And one thing important too is like when I was there, I met good people. I met people that were way above me, that encouraged me to move forward, instead of people want to put me down. And that's the problem. When I coach people, I tell them that surround yourself that people are higher than you. Yeah. Surround yourself people that are higher than you. If you don't change that, you go nowhere.
Yeah, the company, the brokerage that I'm at now is called 5 Realty. And the concept around it is you are the sum of the average of the 5 people you spend the most amount of time with. And so the entire mission of this company is to attract the best of the best agents because we want to be surrounded by people that are doing amazing things so that we can grow together.
Yeah, and it's true. It's true. I told people take a paper, write the 5 people with who you spend the most of the time. Write their name, and after on the right of their name, just put: do they make more money than you? Are they more happy? They drive a better car? They live a better house? Most of the time, the answer is no. So this is the key. Yeah. If they're the same than you, where is the key? Change his 5 name. Put someone who drive the car you want to drive, live where you want to live, the house they're gonna. You know what I mean? That's what you have to do.
Yeah. Surround yourself with people that you want to be like.
I told something to my student, to my student in the gym that are really close. I told them, and if you follow me on Instagram, you can see that. You never see me spend time with my student outside the gym. I don't spend time with my student outside the gym. I spend time with people who are way, way above me. When they look at me, they say, "Hey, Jean, you do good, but come on, kick it on."
Yeah. Yeah, people that expect more from you.
Exactly.
Right? People that when you get in touch with them, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm hanging out with this person. They're going to ask me what I'm working on. I better have some good answers, right? Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. One of my clients told me, "Jean, it's good. You have a Bentley, is nice. Why not a plane? Why not a private plane? I'm like, wow, okay. Now you go to the next level.
Yeah.
But that's the people I want in my life.
Yeah.
So nothing bad with my student is that I don't have time. And when
Yeah.
I'm 57, so I pay attention to my time now. I really pay attention to my time.
Yeah. Yeah, me too lately. I feel like the older we get, the our priorities change. But and I'm sure too what you do is when you spend, because you're a natural giver, you're a coach, when you spend time with the people that are helping elevate your life, you're taking that information and you're helping other people elevate their life, right? So it's that it's a circle of life. I remember somewhere I read, it's always great to have people that mentor you, but it's important to have people that you mentor as well.
Correct.
Right? So you can transfer the information and keep that circle going.
Yeah.
I love that. Who are some of your biggest fighting influences? Who are the people you looked up to?
Ramon Decker and Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Did you watch Mike all the time when he was?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I watched
You've
him.
met him, right?
I met him, yeah. I was a guest speaker with him in the Fitness Expo in Los Angeles.
What did you like most about those two fighters?
The determination. The determination they have. You know, when they want something, move. Don't stay in front of them. Because they're going to do everything they can to get it.
Yeah.
And that's something I admire. You know, people don't have what they want is one thing, but don't quit. The worst thing is quitting. So if you want to go somewhere, go. You show me pictures in your office of you in the mountain, but being in the mountain is important. But even if you arrive like 2/3 and you cannot do anymore and you stop, I'm like, no, keep going until you die. You know, you're going to find me dead on the side, but you're going to find me back downstairs on the bottom quitting.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. No, if you commit, you get it done.
Exactly.
I saw a short video on Mike Tyson in the last week or two. He said, discipline is doing what you hate, but doing it like you love it. And that gives me chills because I'm just like most people like to just bitch about the stuff they have to do and they don't want to do it. And Mike's like, look, this is what I got to do. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it like I love it, even though I don't want to be here right now. Like, I love that.
Yeah. I got a sentence that you're going to find this anywhere, any book. The best speaker, I don't going to say what I'm going to do right now because this is from me. That's what I found out in my life. I told my clients, what you don't do will cost you more than what you do. Mm-hmm. It's what you don't do that's going to cost you, not what you do.
Yeah.
It's what you don't do.
Yeah.
You know, in your business, many people, they want to do it. Stop to want. Do it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're going to pay the price. Huh?
Yeah. It's definitely going to cost you what, it's the fear that holds people back.
Yeah.
And everything that most of us want is on that other side.
Exactly.
It's not going to be easy, right?
No,
So,
life was not made to be easy.
what do you believe are the most important qualities of a champion fighter?
Discipline.
You train a lot of fighters, right? You're looking to develop champions. What are you looking for in those fighters?
Discipline. One of the first things is discipline. Dedication. Hard work. Hard work will always be talent. If talent don't use.
Yeah.
Don't use talent, hard work, 100%. But discipline, determination, hard work, that's what is important for me. I like my fighter when I train them to show up before and leave after. I hate when a fighter arrives on time. I hate people that arrive on time. I arrived maybe 5 minutes earlier, but I was there earlier. I hate when people arrive on time.
Yeah.
Because when you arrive on time, you're already late.
Does it bother you when like the clients come in like while people are jump roping in your gym? You're like, they're late again.
Yeah, I don't say that to them, but I can
bugs
see.
you.
I can see.
Because how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? So if you're
Sure.
consistently late,
Sure.
then where else in your life are you sacrificing or are you being weak?
Mm-hmm. Every little thing affects everything. Some people tell you like, in my life I'm perfect. I'm just a little bit lazy on sleeping. No, it's not about that. It's everything else you do. There's no one thing. That's why it's 100%.
Yeah. If you're lazy and I totally agree. I love that. When you're not fighting, what are some of the things you're most passionate about? What do you love doing?
Reading.
I got that from you. I feel that.
Yeah, reading. I got a huge library. I got about like 1,000 books.
You have 1,000 books?
Easy.
Are you an Audible person or you like actually reading the book?
Paper book.
Really?
I don't like e-book stuff like that. I like paper book because when you get an e-book, and I got the iPad, I got all this gadget. I put someone on travel, but I always got a book with me because when you take an e-book, it's really rare you're going to go back to read the note you put on this e-book. which on the paper book, you got some connection.
Yeah. You can highlight, you can circle,
Oh, yeah. And
you
the
can
smell
fold.
of the book. I'm a little bit going deeper, you know. The smell of the book, the feeling, the touching.
Yeah.
I got my oldest book is from 1852, and it's about success. And I got the original Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill, 1937, sorry, the original one. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah. There's actually another book that you should, I have never read it, but my wife, Tanya, read it and said it was amazing. It's Napoleon Hill. It's like something about it's like the devil. It says,
Yeah,
Outwitting the Devil. Have you read that?
Yeah, I got it.
Have you read it?
I read it. I got all the.
I heard it's amazing.
It is a good.
I gotta read that one.
It's a good book. Think and Grow Rich for me still
is
the
that's
original
the
one. Because one day, Robert, I will show in private the original one, and the one what's printed 2 years after that. You're gonna see different on thickness of the book. The book 2 years before is thicker, bigger.
More info.
Kinda.
Yeah. All right. I want to see it. Okay. As I was reading your bio, you've trained housewives, you've trained CEOs, you've trained FBI agents, you've trained rock stars, right? I'd love to hear more about that. Who are some of the coolest people you've actually had the opportunity to train?
I worked for 9 years from the rock band Def Leppard. They're fantastic. I stopped to train them because of my son who was born, so I didn't want to go into anymore. One person I was really surprised was a cool guy, Nicolas Cage. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was an unbelievable person. I was like really surprised the way he act, the way he speak. And it's exactly what you see in the movie. So when the movie don't act, it is like that.
It's him.
It's him. You know, it's incredible.
He's good. He's done some good stuff.
Oh, yeah, and he's really friendly. He don't have a big ego, big attitude. You know, I love the guy.
I think he used to live on Balboa Island or Lido Island.
Okay.
I think he had a home out here.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's one of the guy. Chuck Norris. I met Chuck Norris in 1980.
I was actually going to include him in your bio and say, this guy's more badass than Chuck Norris, but I didn't. It's funny. So you trained with him?
No, I met him.
You met him?
My story is too long to explain the way I met him, you know?
Totally.
It's a crazy story. I'm going to go really short, but because I think people need to know the real story.
Let's do it.
In France, there is a magazine. It's Karate Bushido. Like in America, you got Black Belt magazine.
Yeah.
And it was an interview of Chuck Norris. It was a few pages. And there is one picture of him, and on the back you can see his house. And they say he used to live in Tarzana, the north of LA. So I was like, I need to meet the guy. I could not meet Bruce Lee because he was dead. I need to meet the guy who work with him. And I know Chuck Norris because I watch all the Bruce Lee movie. I take a plane ticket, arrive to LAX, take a car, buy a map, drive to Tarzana.
The star maps?
Yeah. Drive the star map. No, the map of Los Angeles.
Of the entire Los Angeles. Oh, got it.
Tarzana, everything. And when I enter in Tarzana, what I did, I put the map of the city from Tarzana on the seat on the right side, and I did all the streets one by one, looking the magazine and the houses.
Oh my gosh.
9 hours. For 9 hours. And I was crossing all the street until I found it. When I find it,
surprised nobody called the cops on you. Yeah. Who's this strange person driving really slow?
And I went to see in the next day because I found the houses, and I rang and I said to the person on the phone, on the speakerphone, I say, I want to meet Chuck Norris, and I got my press book ready with all my interview and everything. And the person told me like, you got the wrong houses. I said, no, I got the right houses with my poor English at the time because it was really bad, you know. And I keep bugging the person, and the lady came to meet me at the how you call this, the door, and she said like, no, this is not Chuck Norris' house. Chuck Norris' house is this one, and she showed me the house, and I was like, wow. I went there, rang, I said I want to speak to Chuck Norris. The guy said he cannot talk to you, man, he's busy. I want to see Chuck Norris. The guy came to see me.
I didn't even call the cops.
I'm surprised. The guy came at the door and told me, listen, Mr. Chuck Norris is going to leave to the airport right now. He don't have time for you. I say, okay. I say, what kind of car does he drive? He said, he got the black Mercedes. And the guy back up. Maybe 10, 15 minutes after, I see the black Mercedes coming up. And it was him. And I froze. I could not do nothing. I was like, I look at him, I was like, I can't say nothing. He opened the window. He said, are you the crazy guy who knock on the door? I said, yes. He said, what do you want? I said, listen, Mr. Norris, I got big respect for you. See my press book, see what I do. I'm not crazy. I was French European champion. This is my interview. He looked at my press book and he's like, very interesting. Jump in. I got on the side of his car. He back up, went to his house. I spent maybe like 15, 20 minutes with him. We talk about, in the living room was a carpet from Bruce Lee from Enter the Dragon. And unbelievable. At the end when he left, I told him, you know what, I would love to train with you one time. And he said, okay, this is my card, this is my phone number. When you come back here, call me, because when I want to go to the airport, I came back a year later to the house. The house was on, he sold his house, and he moved in Texas. That's why we are starting to plan to do Texas Rangers and everything.
Right. So you never got the training session?
I never got a training session with him.
But I mean, that's an insane story, right? Like, yeah. and I say insane for lack of a better word. The bottom line is you were somebody who was extremely motivated and committed to meeting somebody that you really looked up to.
Yeah.
And all you did, well, actually, you did a lot, but you were willing to go house by house, find the right house, and actually ring the doorbell, right? Because I could see most people saying, okay, I'm going to find his house, but then when it's time to ring the doorbell, they're like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And that's what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be great and you want to actually get things that you want, you have to do things that are scary. You have to be able to ring the doorbell, and you did it, and it works.
Yeah. Right?
Most people wouldn't try.
Oh yeah, most of them won't do that.
I love that. I know you love coaching, and you've obviously achieved so much in the world of fighting. What are some of your like 5-year, 10-year visions moving forward? What is something that you really are passionate about? Like, where do you want to go from here?
Very good question. Eventually, stop coaching. I've been coaching for 37 years. I think slowly arrive to the end. I can give much more by speaking to people, inspire them to do better. You know, I want to give the light to another student who can take care of the gym in the future.
Yeah.
But I want to go more on speaking, helping. All this is what I found out that I was made for. You know, for me, what it was hard is when I start to speak to people and I inspire them. What is hard is I found out it was when I met Jimon, actually. It was 2009 before he passed away. God bless him. It was, I was thinking, because Jimon told me, Jean, you know what? You got it. And I told him, like, yeah, but you know what? My accent is too strong. He said, you don't get it. It's a big asset you have. And I was like, wow. Why? I said, it's not, my English is not the best. He said, you don't get it. With your accent, when you're going to speak, people are going to listen more what you have to say because they have to catch every word. What did he say? You know?
Yeah.
And
they're listening intently.
Exactly. Pay attention.
Yeah.
And I never see this side. And I found out actually since 2009, and that actually I was doing the wrong job. It's hard for me to say that. I was not made to teach Muay Thai. I was made, I truly believe, I wanted to speak to people and inspire them.
So you still are going to be a coach, but not a coach for Muay Thai and for fighting, but
Correct.
a coach for business, for
Correct.
life,
Yeah.
right? Is there any direction you find yourself going towards more like business life, or is it more holistic?
Business, because I like
Business.
I got one of my students who's a client now. I did my seminar last week, in Anaheim. He just started, when he came to the gym a year ago, he was washing car. And he came, he showed me his business card. And I told him, your business card sucks. I said, you know what? There is no way. Some people won't take you seriously with your business card. What do you do? I'm washing a basic car and I charge this amount. I said, you have to change everything. Change your name, change your business card. And now I want you to have a niche. Try to clean a luxury car. Because an hour cleaning a Kia and an hour cleaning a Lamborghini, it's a different price. And it's still an hour. He came to the seminar last week and I got an interview with him. Now he's watching Lamborghini, Ferrari and all this car. But now he's expanding. He's cleaning boat and plane. That's making me happy.
Rich people that have Ferraris and Lamborghinis have boats and planes too, right?
That's make me happy.
Yeah. I mean, it's smart, right? So it's a couple things, right? It's number one, it's taking what you're doing and elevating it, right? So you said, hey, it's going to take an hour to clean a Kia. Might as well clean a Lamborghini and charge 5 times more. So you're
Correct.
adding more value to your time. But then what I love is that you're finding ways to monetize that one client in other ways. So it's
Correct.
like you're talking to Jim, who owns a Ferrari, who also owns a boat, and whatever else they have that's cool, and you can clean all that. And now it's like the same customer, but you're doing more for them and higher price. So
Correct. It's like a new business. If you really look at business, when you sell a house, you're not selling a house, you're selling much more than that. Someone's buying a house for the first time, they're exciting, they can start to build memories, they can start to see the family growing. When you talk to them and you're not seeing the house, actually, you give them the dream they want,
Yeah.
and they're going to be so happy with what you do, they're going to refer you.
Yeah.
It's like a seeds you're putting. So people who go, don't even know your job, but that's what I think, is some people go, I'm going to sell a house, that's it, and take my commission. No. You're selling your dream, they have this like a dream, and they will be happy. They will refer you to someone else. They will refer you, and after it's snowball.
Yeah, and just like, your client with the Kia versus the Lamborghini, we could sell a $500,000 condo, or we could sell a $5 million home in Newport Beach. It's essentially the same amount of work. It's the exact same process.
There we go.
But we're making, 10 times more money than selling a $500,000 condo. So the strategy becomes, how do we get in front of the people that own the luxury real estate, right? Just like your client. How do I get in front of people that have Lamborghinis and Ferraris, and how do I have to change my process to make sure that when I'm cleaning their car, I'm doing a great job because they have a higher quality paint, right? But you have to learn new skills. But at the end of the day, it's the same thing with a different client, higher level client. So I love that, and I can see that for you too. I can see that for you too.
And again, when we speak about the houses, the price, or whenever, even a job, whenever it's going to be, it's the person is going to buy the $500,000 condo. You have to take care of him 100%, like it was gold, because you never know when it's going to become. This guy next year can win a jackpot lottery, make 100 million, and if wow, it was only 500, and he really take care of me. That's why in my gym I take care of all my students, whenever the level, whenever they're pro or amateur, ugly, pretty, I don't care. I treat all my students the same level, because I never know what they're going to become.
That's such great advice. I know so many people that say, oh, it's just a $500,000 deal, whatever. But if you're gonna take that deal, you got to treat that person the same way you treat a $5 million client. So I love that. I mean, everybody is a person. They deliver high quality, and like you said, you never know. Maybe a $500,000 condo owner might refer me to their boss that has a $10 million home. If I do a crappy job for them, then they're never gonna refer me.
Exactly.
So I love that advice. So what would you say? As you are slowly transitioning into this new coaching role, what would be, what's like one piece of great advice that you live by, or that you always like to share with other people?
I use, again, like Jim Rohn say, I mentioned a lot of time Jim Rohn, work hard on yourself than you do on your job. If you work hard on yourself, if you work hard on your job, you can make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. Work hard on yourself than you do on your job. And that's why people fail. They work really, really hard on their job, but not on themselves. 100%. But if you work hard on your job, again, you make a living. It's okay, it's fine. But if you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. I choose to work hard on myself. I wake up every day at 4 in the morning without an alarm. I'm awake, I'm excited, I read book, I'm so excited. Actually, when I go to sleep, I'm pissed off. I'm losing time. I hate go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm losing time.
Yeah. No, I love that. And it's so exact opposite of what I think the average person's mindset is, right? Most people are work hard and make business the number one factor, but then let's neglect everything else. And many people can't fathom spending money on a seminar or on coaching. You talk to people, Tanya, my wife, she's also a health coach, and she has a certain number of clients she works with to help them with their dieting and their mindset around food. And so many people go, I can't afford your program, or I can't afford to pay this, but then they'll go spend money on other things and have no problem spending on it. So I love that advice.
When people tell me this, some people tell me, I cannot afford you.
Yeah.
I told them, no, you don't get it. It is because you can afford, you have to do it. It is because you can afford, because what's going to cost you isn't to pay me. It's what if you not pay me.
Yeah.
That is the thing. This is the price to pay.
Yeah.
And this is so important. The people need to understand, again, in life, you have two pain. Everybody in life going to suffer from two pain. The pain of discipline and the pain of regrets. Yeah. Pain of discipline, weight ounces. Pain of regrets, weight tons.
Yeah.
I choose the pain of discipline 100% all the time.
And we can control that, which is what I love. So, gosh, this has been so awesome. Thank you so much for everything you're doing. I have one more question.
Ask me.
I have one more question. One thing I absolutely love about you is how honest and direct you are. You don't sugarcoat anything.
Oh, no.
I can't get into the details of the things I've heard you say, but let's just say I love it.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan.
I appreciate it.
I want to know your honest opinion. What are the chances and what are my chances of getting in the ring and fighting in the near future? What do you think? Do you think I've got it?
Again, you're only going to know when you're in the ring. You only want to go. It's like, what is the chance for me to make the sale of the house? You're going to know when you're in front of the clients. Are you going to make? Nobody can tell you, like, you're going to make it. No. Face it and we'll see.
Face it and we'll see.
I mean, but face it. You have to face it. You have no choice. You have to face it. But people don't want to face it. If you train hard, you dedicate yourself, you put the discipline, the time, and the hard work, you can fight. The result, I cannot guarantee the result. But you can fight.
How much time do you think reasonably the average person it would take to go from zero experience to they can actually have an amateur fight in the ring?
It is hard to say that. Some gym going to tell you, oh, in 6 months you're in the ring.
6 months.
No, you can't do that because you don't know the person. You don't know what kind of discipline they're going to have. You don't know the pain tolerance. If as soon as they get a bruise on the shin, oh, I got a bruise, I need to stop. You don't know that.
Right.
So, but eventually in like a week or two, you can already sense, okay, they're going to make it, or they can make it.
So that's my question to you. Based on your experience, I came to your, for everyone listening and watching, I shamelessly quit because it got hard and fear set in and doubt set in for me. And then I allowed my schedule to take control of me. And it was just like, okay, I can't do this anymore. But I think about it all the time. When 6 o'clock comes around, I go, I know what they're doing over there.
Yeah.
And I think about it. And so knowing what you know of me, what are your thoughts on me fighting in the ring? Be honest.
Yeah. So you did not quit. You stopped.
I stopped.
Your audience is going to watch it and you're going to say if what I tell is true or no. When you told me you're gonna stop, I told you, I thought you would stay a little bit longer. I text you and told you that.
Yeah.
And again, if you train, you're going to fight on your own division, people your own age. So you're facing someone that's about like you, so your chance of winning is as high as them. The only thing that make difference in the ring is who train the hardest, who listen the most, who show up on time, who make the weight, who tolerate the pain. There's only difference.
Yeah.
But you're going to fight someone your own age, your own weight. So why not? What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose?
Yeah.
Your ass kick? Okay, fine. But at least you do it.
Yeah.
You do it.
It's really just prioritizing and making the time for it. But
it's not you make the time, you take the time. You don't make the time. Yeah. There's 24 hours. The richest man in the world cannot create more time. The most biggest scientific in the world cannot create more time. You take the time or you don't. 100% or 100%. So when people tell me I don't have time, you know what I told them? No, it's not your priority.
Right. It's true. We all have the same amount of hours in a day.
Exactly.
Coach, you are awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Tell the viewers how they can follow you on social media. Tell the viewers your gym, the address. I want to make sure that everybody, if they're in Orange County or they're relocating to Orange County, how can they connect with you and how can they train with you?
So if they want the ass kick, they can come to Carrillo Muay Thai.
Yes.
C-A-2-R-1-I-2-L-O, Carrillo Muay Thai. And it's in the city of Orange, 793 South Tustin. And after I got a business in France. For the people who speak French, they can see my business in France with bad coaching. And it's jeancarrillo.com.
Love it.
This I can see on the side of me.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Coach, for being here. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing your story with us. I know that whoever's watching or listening is going to get value from it. And I'll see you in the gym soon, yeah?
I hope so.
All right.
It's on camera.
Yep, it's on camera. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll tune in for another episode of Elevate soon.